everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, May 3rd, and we got some good weather for you. A little bit of change in the forecast, but I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today, Juanita Skillman will be here with United Mutual, and a couple things she's going to talk about. One of them is about financing your manor. I guess there was an article about that in the Globe. Sterling Financial, we're going to bring you a segment with them. Then the Equestrian Center Horse Show, their annual horse show, is coming up. So we have Kristen Olson, the equestrian manager, will be here and tell you all about that and a few other events as well. And we got a couple guests from the Rod and Gun Club. I didn't even know we had a Rod and Gun Club here in Laguna Woods, but they're going to tell you about an event that's coming up as well. Now, there are no meetings today, so let's get to the weather. And as far as the weather goes, well, we got some nice weather today and tomorrow. Really going forward, it's not going to be too bad. A little bit heavier fog today, same thing tomorrow. As we get to Sunday, we're going to see more clouds coming in, more than likely Sunday afternoon and evening. And then as we get to Monday and Tuesday of next week, we have that chance of rain. Now, right now, it's looking like early rain on Monday, but I've seen some things that say, well, could kind of be back and forth Monday, maybe into Tuesday, just like we had at the beginning of this week. So that's still kind of up in the air, but you do notice that the temperatures drop, and there's even a chance of the mountains, Big Bear and those areas, getting a dusting of snow because of that. Again, it will not be much at all, and it could change just like it did last week. We actually got, or beginning of this week, we actually got a little bit more rain than I thought we would. But overall, that's kind of nice. That's what you want in the spring. Some nice weather, then maybe a couple days, a little bit of drizzle, and water all the plants. Let's look around the state this weekend. And mostly sunny everywhere you go. You know, this weekend is pretty much going to be kind of like what we have down here throughout the state. The coastal areas, the fog will be locked in a little bit longer, but then become sunny. And then everywhere else, there'll be a few scattered clouds here and there. That's part of that little system that's going to make its way down here. So overall, really nice, kind of mild spring weather throughout the state with a little bit more clouds along the coastal areas. Now, I do want to give you an announcement here about the community center building that next weekend, May 10th to May 13th, that's Friday, Saturday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. They're going to be installing the HVAC system here, a new system, and believe me, we need it. And so the plan is right now that no staff or residents will be allowed in the community center building or to park around the immediate area around the building here from 10 p.m. Friday, May 10th to 6 a.m. Monday, May 13th. So please keep that in mind. That means in the parking area, nothing at all. Cars, golf carts, they want to keep the whole parking area clear right around this building here. And then, of course, nobody will be allowed into the building during that time. Now, the announcement that I have here, they're going to give you some updates about this as well, because it doesn't, I don't have on the announcement here any kind of changes of where to go for certain things. So I'm sure that'll be coming from the communication staff, so we'll find out about that. I'm just giving you exactly what I have here. All right, we will be back in just a moment.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never been able to keep a kite in the air?
This is what you call a failure face.
The only thing wrong with Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence.
Almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are.
Hey, Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Parkinson's disease is a neurological movement disorder affecting an estimated 1 million Americans, including many under age 40. It has no cure. Parkinson's is not limited to how a person moves. It can also cause symptoms like depression, fatigue, and impaired speech. Today, there is a new diagnosis every 9 minutes, though Parkinson's can be present for years before being diagnosed. The American Parkinson Disease Association is the largest grassroots network in the United States, working to help ease the burden and find the cure. For more than 50 years, APDA has funded pioneering research and provided critical support to those affected by Parkinson's. Visit apdaoptimism.org today to find out how you can help millions live with dignity and optimism. Your action today will help APDA put an end to Parkinson's disease.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cart Mart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cart Mart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
It's not like the condos where they get a deed.
Welcome back. With me right now from United is their board president, Juanita Skillman, and today the reason you folks always come on Friday, but the main reason that you are here is talking about an article that was in the Register about lending for the co-ops.
Correct.
So, and I should mean the individual getting a loan to purchase a co-op, not lending that you're borrowing money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, nobody buys a co-op. We are a stock cooperative, and a shareholder buys one share of stock, which gives them the right to occupy exclusive occupancy of a unit for renewable 3-year terms. We own all the land and all the property. It's a landlord-tenant relationship between the shareholder and United Mutual. There is no deed of trust. There is nothing that they can use as collateral to get there. So just even the headline, no mortgages, there are no mortgages in United. Some people get a personal loan to help with the asset part that they are qualifying for, but there are no such thing as mortgages. And again, because of that, there are no reverse mortgages, which we also hear a lot about. Why don't we have reverse mortgages? You can't have a reverse mortgage when you don't have a first mortgage. And you can't have a first mortgage if you don't own the property. So condos, yes, but for all of our co-ops, there are no mortgages. And the purchased share cannot be mortgaged by the member. You cannot use it as collateral. The share represents no specific property ownership, and any personal loan by the buyer is not linked to the United property. And that's one of the problems. If you go out and talk to any of our other financial institutions, the banks, the savings and loans, the different kinds of trusts, et cetera, they all won't lend on co-ops because they do not have the deed of trust to back it up. And one of our requirements that is that whoever the lender is has to take second place. If there is a default by the borrower, the co-op gets first position, gets paid first. Anything left goes back to the lender. But most lenders don't like that.
Right.
In fact, a few years ago, we had a lender, PMCP, I'm really bad on remembering names anyway, who did four personal loans, and then their legal department got a hold of it and said, no, we don't do this, we will not do this, and it's not in the best interest of our company, just as we say it's not in the best interest of United. United has a requirement, an obligation to basically look at United first. We will not forfeit our first rights because that would threaten our corporation and every one of our members' interests. The board of directors has a primary duty to protect the financial well-being of the corporation and all United members as a whole, not an individual member. So when we have people from the real estate community, this gentleman is a broker, and we also have one here in the village from Laguna Premier Realty, Mr. Robert Craig, who says this is a monopoly. It is not a monopoly, and anybody can, if they qualify and agree to a recognition agreement that puts United first, make personal loans. But this whole article was full of inaccuracies. First of all, it keeps calling it Leisure World. We have not been Leisure World since 2005, and in fact, it is illegal for any entity to refer to the village by Leisure World as a result of the settlement that we made with Ross Cortese's estate. We do have condos, and condos are owned outright and have a deed of trust, but all of the co-ops, what you have is a cooperative membership. It is an asset, and you can sell that membership and varying different prices. It's not a stock certificate that is one price, but you only have the stock certificate and the asset to sell, and it cannot be used as collateral. So we do not have any mortgages in United Laguna Woods. And to threaten that maybe it's antitrust or a monopoly, etc., there have been no problems with that, with the state, with the legal abilities up in Sacramento, etc. So we've never had a suit filed against us.
Okay.
And if people just understand, it's hard. A lot of people, you go out in the community, I mean, I see this all the time. They don't know if they live in a condo or a co-op.
Right.
They have no idea the difference between United and Third. And this is something that, again, we have to put back on your people who sold you, your real estate agents and brokers. They should have explained thoroughly when you bought in what you were buying.
Right.
Now, we stress all of the advantages of a co-op, of which there are so many, but we also need people to understand that what they own is that stock certificate, that share of stock, and that is the only thing that they can negotiate with, and it's not used as collateral for any kind of mortgages. So yes, NCB, which is the National Cooperative Bank, and it's been federally chartered to make co-op loans throughout the country. It is a cooperative bank. And they've agreed to our caveat that United takes first place, and as a lender, they are in second position. And they do set their own interest rates. Because it's personal loans, anybody can go, you can go to your Uncle Joe and get a personal loan. And that money then shows up in your bank account, and it counts towards your assets when you are applying to buy a share in United. So there are different ways of financing it, but again, I have to say most of our units, our manors, the resale process is all cash.
Okay.
We have very, very little financing because there are problems in getting people to finance
Okay.
a co-op.
Now, has there ever been looked into other banks that also do this?
Well, first of all, you got to find one.
Right.
And yes, we have. As I said, a few years ago, we had one, and then they nixed it after PNC was entered into agreement to become a lender, and then their legal department said, no, this is not to our advantage, so we don't. And I know when I bought into United, I went around to almost all of the regular banks, Bank of America, Chase, whatever, and they all, and even my credit union, and they all said, we don't do co-ops.
Okay.
We don't do co-ops. So finding somebody else who will do a co-op and still agree to sign the recognition agreement that puts United first if there is a default is difficult. And we're open to any lender who can do this. We don't want any, we would love to have more competition. And it's just that we haven't banned any other lenders. There's no monopoly. There's no antitrust situation. And any institutional lender can apply to United and the mutual, and it decides to accept a lender based on their ability to fund the personal loan and the agreement to meet our mutual's caveat of the recognition agreement. So we don't want fly-by-night ones that don't have the resources and backup for what they're doing. And we ask that they be federally insured so that we have a pretty good idea we're going to get our money. But it's articles like this that scare our residents, and I'm here today just to try to set it straight. We are a co-op. You should know what a co-op means. You should know what you get for a co-op, which is lots, and then you should know about financing it. And it's not that we are saying no to anybody. It's just saying you have to be able to meet our criteria that we come first.
All right. Very good.
And that's it for today.
All right. Thank you very much. You take care, and thank you for coming on, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. I have Dan Oweiler here, who's with Sterling Financial, and I actually told him I was excited about this subject because I really don't know much about Social Security.
Well, Lisa, if you get excited about Social Security, it's not hard to impress you then.
Well, anyway, so what's going on with Social Security? Are there new things we need to know?
Well, I don't know if there's things you need to know, but sometimes people aren't aware of some of the benefits or how you qualify for benefits, and so I thought maybe one of the interesting things is what allows spouses to qualify for benefits, because sometimes spouses may not work. They might be raising children or whatever it might be, and there's actually spousal benefits that you can receive, you know, as a wife or a partner, so to speak. The first requirement, however, is your working spouse has to qualify for benefits.
Right.
You don't just get benefits just because you're a spouse. So they qualify for benefits.
Okay.
And it used to be you could file for benefits, suspend, and then your spouse could receive their benefits. They don't allow you to do that anymore.
Oh.
Okay. They used to call it file and suspend.
Okay.
And so what they do is they took that loophole away because people were filing just so their spouses could start getting a benefit. And they took that out. So in order for a spouse to get benefits, the other spouse has to, or partner has to be taking benefits themselves.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Normal retirement age depends upon when you were born. Okay, it started out at 65. The original date was 65. It went to 66. Then it went to 66 and a half. Now it's 67. And
People are living longer. What are you going to do?
Well, it's not so much living longer. It's just that they project Social Security will run out in 2034.
Nice.
And so, unfortunately, we do this on our seminar. When Social Security first came into play, there were 42 workers working for every one that was on Social Security. So most of the population was working, there was less on Social Security. Well, because of the baby boomer generation, there's 10,000 baby boomers retiring every day.
Wow.
80 million over the next decade.
Yeah.
And so the number of Social Security, or people receiving Social Security, has increased significantly. And so now there's only 3 workers supporting one person on Social Security. So it went from 43 down to 3. And so Social Security, they're going to have to do some things, and they're always trying to tighten up some loopholes, and this spousal benefit is kind of some of the ways they've done this. They're going to have to make some changes one way or the other.
Right.
They've thrown out ideas anywhere from making it means-based, so people like you who make lots of money that won't get Social Security,
Oh,
but
you jest.
but and in order to receive a spousal benefit, the earliest you can do that is age 62. So,
okay.
So at age 62, you can start taking that, but it's going to be reduced. Okay.
All right. Yep. And then, so the maximum spousal benefit is how much?
The maximum spousal benefit is 50% of what they call the full retirement benefit. So at age 66 or 66 and a half, whatever it is, you can get full retirement benefits.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about offsetting work or anything like that. So let's assume that somebody at age 66 is receiving $2,000 a month just for discussion purposes.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
The spouse can receive half of that, okay, if they wait till age 66. Okay? If they take it at age 62, that would be reduced. Okay? So the maximum amount is what it is age 66. If the spouse decides to delay their benefit till age 70, that benefit increases at 8% every year.
Okay.
But the spouse does not get 50% of the higher amount. It's their normal working or retirement age benefit.
All right. And so what would happen once let's say I was married and my husband passes away.
Okay.
And then and they were taking retirement at that time.
Okay, so
then what happens to the
husband was getting $2,000. This wife was getting $1,000.
Right.
And the husband passes away. The wife gets to choose which benefit she wants.
Well, that wouldn't be a hard choice.
Well, normally it isn't, but sometimes the wife has worked.
Oh, I see.
And it has a higher benefit than the husband.
Oh,
and so she would keep her own benefit and let her husband's go away.
All right. And then what if the wife never worked?
She gets to choose
Again,
either her or husband's. Obviously, we would hope she would choose the 2,000.
Right.
But in that regard, she does lose 33% of her Social Security income.
Oh,
So
wow, okay.
income planning is part of all this process, but you know, it's Social Security tends to play an important part, but it wasn't meant to do that.
Right.
What it was meant to do was be kind of a safety net for people in retirement, and it came as a result of the Depression and all the people that were in the Depression.
Right.
They brought in Social Security, but it wasn't meant to be our sole means of.
Well, right, and now a lot of people are relying just on that because they haven't put anything away.
That's correct,
Right.
and so sometimes we will recommend people start taking it at age 62. If you take it at age 62, you're going to get a discount. Okay, if you wait till age 70, you're going to get a bonus type of thing.
Right.
We've encouraged people to take it at age 62 because they have no other income coming in.
Right, exactly.
But if you have the means of other assets or retirement accounts that you can pull in income and allow you to delay your Social Security, it's a guaranteed return of, 8% on your money while you're delaying that.
I've often noticed that many people are now working longer because they can.
Right.
So they're not drawing on any Social Security at all. So
Correct.
if you can work, obviously work longer, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The more you put into it, obviously the higher your benefits.
Right.
They take it off the top 30 years of your working career, the income you've paid in over that period of time.
Okay.
There's a maximum you pay in. I think it's $115,000 right now. I'm not sure. It might have gone up with inflation, but $115,000. That's the maximum you put in each year towards or as far as taxable income goes. But if you make $150,000. You're going to pay the same into Social Security as a person that makes $300,000.
So that's where they might change.
So,
right.
so they're talking about why should people that are currently millionaires or billionaires get Social Security?
Right.
They don't need it. The fund could use the extra money, but they've also paid into the plan over that period of time. They say, hey, it's really my money that I've paid into it. So.
Right.
There's a dichotomy there that, Warren Buffett doesn't need Social Security, but he's still paid into the system.
Right, right. Well, the other thing is that, I lost my thought. Where you're paying, like you said, you're paying into it. Well, what would happen if they said, well, now they're going to charge you more each year, right? Because if it's only 3 to 1,
right,
they can charge you more now.
Well, there's going to be some changes, and those changes are probably going to hit those people that are 55 and younger, okay?
Yeah.
And so I have boys working with me, they're 30 years old, They're not even concerned about Social Security right now. They're worried about getting into a house or who they're going to marry or whatever it's going to do. And so, the changes are probably going to impact them. They might have to work till age 70 before they can get it. Or, they might have to put more into the plan. But if you talk to the people right now in Congress and they try to take the Social Security away from the people that are already receiving it,
yeah, no way.
they'd be voted out of office very quickly.
Exactly.
It's very touchy for those people that are already receiving it.
Of course, and if that was me, I would be like, no.
So the benefits will probably affect people that are still working, that are younger, and those things. But I think that it'll always be around, but it might become eventually means tested. If you're making over $100,000 without Social Security off your pension or retirement plans, maybe you're not going to get it, or you get 50% benefit or whatever it be, but they're going to have to make some changes. The nice thing about it, though, is there are benefits for spouses.
Right.
I had a client in the other day, and they didn't realize that the spouse, she had been working all of her life, he had been working all of his life. He didn't realize that he could file for benefits and the wife could still get benefits from his, get the 50% benefit, let hers very accumulate up to age 70 and then get the higher amount. So there's some planning that you can do.
Right.
Divorce spouses, if they've been married longer than 10 years, have an opportunity to claim on their husband's spouses or a husband's Social Security, and so there's some planning that you can do in regards to income planning.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for this great information.
Well, it's a lot of information, but you know.
That's right. That's why you're here every Friday, because there's so much to say. All right, thank you.
All right, good to be here.
And remember, if you have any questions about the subject that we talked about today, you can always go to sterlingfa.com. We'll be right back.
It's important for you to get your financial house in order. And so it breaks my heart sometimes when I see widows that come in with $100,000, $200,000 to their name, and yet their broker has lost $200,000 or $300,000 in the market when they shouldn't even have been in the market. The most satisfying part that I find in working with retirees is when they come in on their annual reviews and the market has had a bad turn, and we know that we can sit down and look at them and say, you haven't lost any money.
And with me right now is Kristen Olson. She oversees the Equestrian Center here in the village. And it's always good to have you come by and tell us what's going on. We're going to talk about the horse show in just a moment.
Sure.
But, you know, let's talk about, even though this may not be happening at the Equestrian Center, we got to talk about the Kentucky Derby.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm wearing my silk today. This is Mike Setapayne's silk. He was the former manager. He's the former manager of the Equestrian Center. And so he loans us our silks when we go and help out at the Kentucky Derby. But yes, the Kentucky Derby buffet and racing viewing will be Saturday, May 4th, and that's going to be at the Clubhouse 5, and it starts at 1 p.m. And it's going to be really fun. There's going to be some raffle tickets going on and a hat contest and things like that. So that will be fun. Tickets are still available, as I understand. So just give them a call at 949-597-4382.
Yeah. And now let's talk about the horse show that will be coming up.
Yes, that's coming up May 11th. That's next Saturday. And it's an opportunity for us to show off a little bit with our residents and their horses and our GRF horses, which we use for our lessons and our trail rides. There's going to be we're going to have a horse parade. We're going to have some demonstrations. We had a gal who just got back from qualifying for the regionals down in Del Mar in dressage, and so she's going to be doing a demonstration of the dressage discipline. And then we have some very unique horses at our facility of boarders, unique breeds and things that we'll be talking about. This is kind of an opportunity for people to learn about horses. It's kind of an educational chance for people to learn and learn about our programs, but learn about our horses. And I see in the background we've got some great shots of our trail rides and things like that. We really encourage people to come down and visit us. We have our opportunity for visitors are 7:30 to 3:30 Wednesdays through Sundays. They can come and say hello to the horses. We have our riding program and things like that. And this is our opportunity to show that off. So it's from 10 to 11:30. And we also have special guests of the main attraction drill team from Riverside and the Norco Cowgirl Rodeo drill team. These drill teams are semi-professional, and they do a lot of performances all around the state. They've gone to the Rose Parade.
Yes, they have, yeah.
They've gone to the Del Mar National Horse Show. They've done a lot of performances that way, and they also give back to the community, which is a wonderful thing. So we're thrilled to have them again. They'll be doing their performances, and then we also have our GRF riding program drill team made up of our riders. So we have a few drill teams.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great time.
Let me ask you this about somebody who's never ridden before and would like to learn how.
Yeah, for a resident, and residents can sponsor up to 3 guests. And they can come down. The first step in that is to do an assessment lesson.
Okay.
And that is because we need to see what you know and how comfortable you are with the horse. And so our assessment lesson is 25 minutes, and it's only $4 for residents, which is a screaming deal.
Right.
And then for their sponsored guests, it'd be $10. And then what we do is we look at how comfortable you are with the horse. We look at your communication with the horse and the control of the horse. And so we're looking at that while we're kind of giving you a lesson.
Okay.
And then after that, the riding instructor will let me know what she recommends as to the progression for the rider, whether they stay in the small arena and work on foundational skills in a controlled environment, or they move into the larger arena where it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more of opportunity for some skills to develop, yes.
Now, what about something like this? We're showing a trail right here. Can somebody just say, hey, you know what, I don't own a horse. I don't get on horses that often, but it'd be fun to go on a trail ride.
Well, the number one thing for the equestrian center is safety.
Okay.
And so it's really important that the people know at least a little bit in order to go on the trail rides, especially with our trail ride system, because it's urban in nature. It's not like you go out on the hills, you know, and that kind of thing. So we're dealing with cars, we're dealing with golf carts and golf balls whizzing by from the golf course and things like that. So you really have to have a good control with your horse. So what we do for trail rides, which we offer 3 times a week, they need to have some time in the saddle before they start at the trail ride. I want to make the distinction between a riding program and a rental program. A rental program is where you just hop on and go. But ours is a riding program, and so we have to teach you a little bit more before you go on the trail. And we're happy to do that. We love to educate people about the wonders of the horses and what a lovely partnership they can have with the horse.
Okay, and again, that's something that people can, even if they've never ridden before, come by and see you evaluate them and learn?
Yeah, they need to. We need to take reservations because we are busy. So we ask that they give us a couple weeks to try to put them in, because there's only 4 times that we do assessment lessons. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 10:30, and Saturdays at 9.
Okay.
So just give us a call, and we can set something up. We have some forms that need to fill out, and of course they need to get their boots and hats fitted and all that.
And you have those there.
Yes,
well, maybe
we
not
do.
the hats, but you have the boots.
No, we do. We have the
You have
helmets.
hats too?
Yeah,
Oh, the
because,
helmets,
yes,
okay.
because helmets are very important. You don't want to crack your head open.
That's true.
Right?
Okay, what about people who say, you know what, I have horses. I've moved here, you know, recently, and I would love to have my horses boarded here. How do they go about that, and is there space available? We do have space available. Right now we have about 5 stalls that are available, and all they need to do is they come down, make an appointment with me. I love to show them around and show the amenities that we offer, and then find out a little bit what their goals are with their horses, because our facility is very unique. It's not a training facility. It's more of it's very low key. And it's more for people who like to trail ride, who like to just hack around in the arena. And we do have a lot of retired horses that are mostly pets. Okay.
Yeah, so they do get lots of love and grooming and walking and things like that. So it's a very unique facility in comparison with others. Okay. So that's good to know. But but I would love to talk to them about seeing if they would feel like they could fit into our area, our equestrian center. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, what are your hours over there just in general? Yeah, our hours are 7 to 4, Wednesdays through Sundays. Okay. And we are closed. We make sure that we tell people we are closed Mondays and Tuesdays because the horses do need a little bit of rest. Right, but the owners can come by and feed their horses and all that. Absolutely, yeah. The owners, the boarders can come up till about 9:30 at night. Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun on Saturday, not tomorrow, but a week from Saturday, from 10 until 10:30 10 until 11:30 at the Equestrian Center. And I would think that people can park up
by the maintenance center and walk down?
Yeah, well, we do have a shuttle service,
Okay.
so they're welcome to park in the Equestrian Center parking lot as long as we have space
Right,
available.
right.
And then they can go up the hill, and then they can park in the off of Via Campo Verde.
Okay.
And then we'll have a shuttle service. I do want to mention just briefly that we would love to have you guys
yes.
come along, but please keep your dogs at home. The dogs that you have usually aren't used to horses,
Right.
and the horses aren't necessarily used to those kinds of dogs. So just for safety purposes and for more enjoyment, where you don't have to worry about your dog, leave it at home for this event.
Okay, very good.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
it. Always good to see you.
Yeah, same here, Ken.
Take care, and get out. Even if you don't ride or own a horse, take the opportunity to go out there and kind of look around and get to know the folks. And it's a very nice, peaceful area.
It is.
Yeah.
It's an oasis.
It is.
Yep.
Real nice. All right, we'll be right back.
Mind and Memory Program at Mission Hospital is an outpatient program specifically designed for patients with a memory disorder who have developed a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, or paranoia. Patients are welcome every day, Monday through Friday, up to 4 days a week. On-site meals and snacks are included, and transportation to and from the program is available. The program focuses on improvement in overall mood, function, and concentration, as well as a decrease in depression or anxiety. Call today to find out if you or your loved one qualifies for the Mind and Memory Program.
Save now at LA Carpet & More's 50% off sale.
Buy direct and save 50% on countertops and 50% off kitchen cabinets.
Plus, get 5 years 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Save now at LA Carpet & More's 50% off sale.
Buy direct and save 50% on countertops and 50% off kitchen cabinets.
Plus, get 5 years 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
I'm Wendy Miller, your Smiley Realtor with RE/MAX and your Laguna Woods real estate specialist. I'm here today with the first of my 7 home selling tips for seniors. Some seniors prefer to rely on the real estate agent who has sold the most properties in their neighborhood. Others seek the most often recommended from family and friends. The right professional will ask questions about your future goals. He or she will help you decide upon a realistic listing price and answer all of your questions promptly before asking you to sign a listing agreement. Give me a call and I will help you make the right move.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean Thomas. Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. for sports news, highlights, and interviews for all of Laguna Woods and around the world. Put it on your calendar. It's a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way.
What's my passion? Finding balance with every dance move.
The sound of the ukulele, the softness.
My son's nonverbal, but when he does talk, I need to be able to hear him. Hear well, stay vital. Hearing loss is linked to increased risk of dementia, depression, falls, and isolation. Stay engaged and keep doing what you love. Check your hearing wellness every year.
Welcome to Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center. We are known in the community for compassionate and professional nursing care. Once our guests enter the road to recovery, our expert rehab therapy team rolls into action. Our goal is your comfort and your health. Please feel free to call us at 949-587-9000 or stop by and enjoy a personalized tour of Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center.
Well, coming up on May 14th, the Rod and Gun Club is going to be having their annual fundraiser, and it's going to be a fishing and shooting sports gear presentation at Clubhouse 3 at Performing Arts Center. And I'd like to welcome a couple members of that club, Jim Leibowitz and Chuck Bretz, and welcome. As I was saying, I didn't even realize there was a Rod and Gun Club here. I knew, I had mentioned, I was just talking to them saying, I recall having people on fishermen coming on before, and I thought it was just the Laguna Woods Fishing Club, but no, it's the Rod and Gun Club. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Chuck, why don't you tell me about the history of this club?
Well, the history of the club, I think Jim probably
Okay,
could tell you
Jim.
that better.
Okay, the history goes back to probably the late 60s.
Okay.
It's one of the oldest clubs. We have over 100 members, and we're pretty active. We meet twice a month in Clubhouse 3 at noon. We have lunches served, very good lunch usually, and we have 2 charters a month out of Dana Point Saltwater.
Okay.
Freshwater fishing, well, the drought and everything put a kibosh to that.
Right, right.
So it's sort of.
Well, yeah,
getting
around
up.
here, I mean, the
Yeah.
ones I know is, we went out to Diamond Valley
Yeah.
out there, and, I was just out there recently, and boy, that water level is right back up there, and people were out there fishing and all that. And I'm sure there's other places up in Big Bear and those areas.
Yeah, well, Irvine Lake is closed for a while.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's still
So
closed.
that's going to change, though, the freshwater scene. Plus, we have shooting sports.
Right.
We have On Target, which is in Laguna Niguel, indoor shooting range, and we shoot twice a month.
Okay.
At reduced rates.
Now, are folks that, you go out to Dana Point, you do that, since it's the Rod and Gun Club, do you have people who do both, or some people who just do fish?
We have some people that I've never seen on a boat.
Yeah.
And some people just shoot, and some just fish, and some do both.
Yeah. Now, tell me about the show coming up.
Well, the show is, what we do is we get donations all year long of people's equipment.
Oh, that's
Either
nice.
they've gotten to the point where they can't fish anymore, or they've passed away and their family donates it to us. I take all the equipment and refurbish it.
Oh, wow.
I've been in the custom rod building business for a long time, and so I go through all the rods, make sure the guides are okay and everything, and I replace the ones that are not, and I make them look like they're brand new. I take the reels and take them apart. I take every screw and every spring out of it and service them.
Yeah.
So all of these things, and they may not look like they're new because they're not.
Right, right.
But they will work.
Yeah.
They will work just fine. And we provide this then for the people all year long too. If you're not sure if you want to join the club, or not sure if you want to go out and make a financial commitment to buying all this stuff, but you want to try out fishing to see if you like it. Well, we have equipment we can let you use.
All right, you can maybe help me once, because we got a couple years ago. We went up to Convict Lake and got my daughter a little fishing pole, $25 one at Big 5, and I tried to cast it. I mean, it's zoom, everything went all over the place.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah. I go, I need one of those pocket fishermen that they use. It takes a little skill. It really does. Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah.
At this sale that we have, the fundraiser, we will have probably about 50 rods.
Okay.
Various sizes and kinds. From surf rods all the way down to little micro cast rods for trout. And we'll have about that same amount of reels too.
Okay. And that's where it really gets expensive, right? Some of those reels?
Oh, yeah, they can be. Also, we'll have everything you'll need for fishing in local waters, sinkers, hooks, you name it.
So it's a good way for somebody maybe who's interested at least, or maybe they fished years ago or were part of a shooting club years ago, whatever it was, and think, hey, you know what? I'd like to connect with some people and get back out and do some of this.
One advantage we have, especially for fishing, is we have a limited load when we go out. No more than 30 people.
Okay.
And whereas if you go out on a weekend on some of the open party boats, they're just shoulder to shoulder, crowded, lines get tangled, but we don't have that problem.
Now you folks, when you go out, is there a specific company that you charter with?
We go through Dana Point, and we're normally on the Some Fun.
Okay.
We've been on other boats. Now we have a couple special charters coming up, and they'll be on the Fury. Fury has bunks, and one trip is going to be to Catalina in June, and that's leaves at 5 in the morning, gets back about 5 in the evening.
Okay.
And you sleep going out. That's one advantage you have.
You sleep going out?
Yeah,
and coming back
if you want to.
Yeah.
They got the bunks.
Yeah.
Then in August, there's a day and a half. They'll leave, I believe it's the 26th of August, in the evening, about 9 o'clock at night, and they'll go to the Catalina. Far side
San Clemente.
San Clemente. I'm
Going
sorry,
to San Clemente Island.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a long trip.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And we'll stay in U.S. waters.
Okay.
Fish starting the next morning all day, and then come back and get back, what, about 5 in the morning?
About 5 in the morning on the third day.
That sounds
So
like a
that's
lot of
day and
fun.
a half.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever gone up to somewhere out of this area, like going up to Alaska or other parts of the country, Minnesota or anything like that?
We have had individuals do that.
Yeah.
A couple of them have gone to Alaska and Oregon and all over the place.
Yeah, my brother-in-law has done that over the years with his dad going to.
Then in September, we have an
areas.
overnight trip.
Okay.
Leaves at Dana Point about 10, San Clemente Islands, and comes back the next afternoon.
All right, so a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, plus our twice-a-month charters.
Yeah.
And we're looking into doing some other ones too. I'm working on doing some charters out of Ensenada.
Okay. Now, what about the shooting side of this? You said you go to a range.
Yeah.
Do you ever have excursions going out with that?
Okay, we have twice a month, the second and third Wednesday, and second and fourth Wednesday of the month. They meet at Clubhouse 3 by the post office, the Laguna Woods post office, and then they go to the from there to On Target as well.
Okay.
15-minute ride.
Okay.
20 minutes, and if you don't have your own firearms, they have them available there.
Okay.
All pistols and revolvers.
Okay.
Most people take their own ammunition. We have a few people who do their own reloading.
Okay.
And they got one they're working on is going up to Burro Canyon, which will be for rifles, shotguns, and pistol.
All right, very good.
Outdoor.
So folks want to learn more about this, I suggest you go to their annual fundraiser. And it is free, there's no entry fee. They raise the funds when you purchase something. But even if you're not planning on doing that, a way to get to know these folks and find out what's available, maybe reconnect with a sport that you used to do years ago, or you want to take something up new, they can help you out with that. That's going to be May 14th, and that will be at the Performing Arts Center in Dining Room 1. And head on over there. The doors open at noon, and there'll be some complimentary refreshments there. And free beer until it's gone. That's what it says.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
that'll get him in right there. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Oh yes, quick.
The third Wednesday of every month,
Okay.
we have a very informal get-together at the 19 restaurant at the golf course.
Okay.
Have hors d'oeuvres and just fellowship time.
All right, so
And-
check that out.
Yeah.
And you're on the web pages, right?
Right,
With
we
the
have our
web
own website.
Yeah. So you can go there and then connect to their website and get more information. I want to thank you both for coming on today.
Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much
really
for having
appreciate
us.
it. Yeah, anytime. Take care. All right, we will be right back.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. We ask for 1 million individuals to come forward and stand on this landmark in history. All of us are different, and it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
And today our movie is going to be Boy Erased. And I said that this movie, it's an Australian movie, but it takes place here supposed to take place in the Midwest. And it's based on a true story about a young man who is outed as being gay, and his parents are struggling to reconcile their love for their son along with their beliefs and fearing the loss of family and friends and community. He is pressured into a controversial therapy group to kind of change who he is. And the young man comes into conflict with the leader of this group and begins his own journey, finding his own voice and accepting his true self. I did find out that this is supposed to take place quite a few years ago, and I realized that because the guy, one of the scenes, he has the original iPod listening to music, so you know that was quite a long time ago. Here's our local weather. Going to be pretty nice today and tomorrow, and even going forward, a little bit more clouds as we make our way to Sunday evening, Monday and Tuesday, with a chance of kind of the same drizzle we had at the beginning of this week on Monday, possibly into Tuesday. We'll see about that. Shouldn't be much at all, but overall, I hope we get a little bit because, you know, that the nice drizzle on the new flowers I planted, and all you gardeners out there, that's what you want. Good look at on Barbara Lake out there. Great day, great weekend to go over there to that area, the Nix Nature Center and Laguna Canyon, maybe take a nice hike. All right, we'll see you here on Monday. Bye-bye.